Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to episode 2 of this strawberry jam deathless thing as I struggle to pick up that silver berry right there. This is the second video, check out the first if you haven't, and we'll be going through a bit more of the beginner lobby. This first map is Midnight Spire, just an average yellow map, but I find it really fun. Even now, it's so cool to go back through it. It flows so well with the bubbles and clouds. And it's one of those ones where it looks really tight, but it isn't. It's just really fun, even for beginners. I would also like to bring forth the fact that I did in fact first try this silver. No practice, no death, no anything. I just loaded up the map, picked up the berry, and just did this run. Like you will see later on, I'm starting to like take breaks and like just have a look at what's ahead, instead of just spamming through it. Because I have not played this map in like a year. But yeah, it is really fun. I would give this map solid A tier, if not low S. It's a really cool map for beginners. Anything like this that can make you feel really cool without being that hard is always really fun. Anyway, as we continue to watch through some more of this riveting beginner gameplay, I'm just going to yap about some stuff. As you know, if you've been watching some of the videos I've been doing recently, well not that recently anymore, but I've been playing Summer, and I've spent the last 40 hours of Celeste playing Abaddon, that hardest room, which I am getting close to beating, so hopefully that video does come out soon. It just depends on how long it takes me. My current PB is to the literal last input of the room. So surely it's like any day now I get it, right? But yeah, until I do, most of the videos I get will either be random maps that I'm playing. There's one I'm doing as a bit of a break right now. Maybe more of these SJ vids, trying to finish off the mouse controls series. So I've got a few decent ideas for content that's Celeste related. But I do also have other games that I could do content with. One thing I've been doing a decent amount of is Pokemon, specifically hard ROM hacks. I just beat Pokemon Unbound on Insane Mode, with some weird shenanigans going on, and that was kind of fun, and I've been able to turn something like that into content. Also just started Radical Red, and I've been thinking of doing some Nuzlockes, which, again, could definitely make some content if I'm bothered to record it. But anyway, as we go up these clouds, I try and hit a hard ultra and miss, so this did take like 10 seconds longer than it really should have. But this time, I think I hit it. Yeah, let's go. That's one map down. Anyway, as I was saying, there's quite a few other games that I could definitely do content with. Like I played quite a bit of Silk Song, not that I was that good at it, but I did beat it. Deltarune's another game that I really enjoyed, and there are just in general quite a few things that I definitely could make content for. I'm even recording something right now with a friend with Minecraft. So it depends what everyone wants to see is what I'll probably do more content on. After I do beat Summer, I should have a lot more time in terms of gaming and stuff to actually do more of this content. But until then, it's more random vids like this. Yeah. So this map is Forest Path, which for like 90% of players is the first map they actually see in SJ, because it's just so close to spawn in beginner lobby. And it's a great first map. Very chill vibe. The dream crystals are a pretty cool entity. They feel modded, but they also are so easy to understand how they work that anybody who just picked up the game and picked up modding can be like, oh okay, it just makes everything like a dream block. So yeah, this is a great start, modded Celeste, for a lot of people. And it was also really fun silver. Took me a few attempts, mostly because I was rushing and just trying to do stuff really fast, which doesn't always work. But yeah, I'd say it's a solid A tier level. It's really fun and very good for beginners. which is what you'd want to see in the beginner map. Also, that was meant to be a dream jump, I think, but I did save it because I'm just that incredibly good at the game. That was really close, but it did still work because, once again, I am in fact the GOAT and can beat beginner maps. I'm just that good. I'm built different. Anyway, to get further proof that I am in fact the GOAT, there's this map, which is probably one of my favorites in the entire lobby. Switch Tube Vista. So let's just start with one spiked corner boost to skip 2 rooms, and yeah, let's keep going. So yeah, really fun map, and has a few cool skips like this. Nice lot of speed like that. Dream Hyper there. In case you can't tell, I did die quite a bit to this map, so I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing here. With the little things, doing extra little upright to skip 1 extra jump. A lot of small optimizations like that. But yeah, it's a really fun map. It's got such a cool vibe. I like the pipes. It's just really fun. It just feels really cool to do. Using the dream jumps but with pipes is again something where it feels like you're learning something new, but for people who have just come from the base game, it's really doable. So yeah, I'll see if there's anything else interesting to commentate about this. I'm just going through the video now as I'm editing and just saying things as I rewatch it. Here's me getting confused on whether I actually have to hit that button, which I do not. But I did have multiple attempts where I did hit it and then realize I didn't have to, so I have to hit it again. But yeah. I don't know what to say, this is a really cool map. But there are definitely a few other cool moments in it that you will see soon, including one of the greatest saves in Celeste history. But you're gonna have to wait for that. It's coming up at some point in the future. It's a pretty long map for some reason. I'd say well, not even a flaw, but one thing about this map is it's pretty confusing and very long. There's a lot of places where you can take split paths or where the paths go back and double over each other. So it can be a bit confusing for people to really know where you're going, but it still kind of works, and I think it's pretty fun. So it's fine. The double layer thing, where you can go back and forth, is also cool. Doesn't really do much. There's me once again just remembering that you actually have to hit something there. Yeah, this dropper room is actually really fun, you just go down. Except I have no clue where I'm going, so I'm taking it very slowly. You get rooms like this where there's nothing that hard, just a few chained dashes every now and then. But because of the pipes dashing you around in all different directions, it just makes it feel so much cooler. Anyway, this room's also a pretty cool one, because you come through this room twice. See that little pipe on the left there and on the right? They're blocked now because you haven't hit a green switch. I was looking to see if there's a skip where you can get to the other side, but I don't think there is. But you'll see later, we'll come back to that room from the other direction with the different switch flipped. Okay, so here, that was a massive blunder. I was meant to jump into that. But I just pull off 2 corner jumps, then accidentally hit that switch, which I really shouldn't have done, so I do it again. And after all that, I finally managed to get back on the correct path and dash the right direction for a really cool save, because I'm just that good at the game. Corner jumps are easy and really cool. I love corner jumps. Yay. Okay, next room. This one's kind of just a puzzle of how do you get through this while tapping things. You have to come back at the dash crystal again. And you can't go through the door because there's no floor, so you do have to tap the button once again. And then you can actually be at the right level to go through. I mean, I said puzzle. It's beginner, what you expect. This room's interesting. There's 2 paths here, and you can pick which one to take. Here we get about a minute of me wondering what I'm meant to do. And trying to look at both to see which one's easier. Before I said I knew this map decently well, that was just the first half, which I'd done quite a bit. This bit, I'm kind of just sight reading as I go, because I hadn't gotten this far before. I do end up picking left, because it does look quite a bit easier. I still nearly throw it, but I do pull it off, because I'm just that incredibly good at this game. I get a mild heart attack from falling out of the sky, so I do that. Then, yeah, just more gaming, I guess. Wii, easy. I'm that good. And this is the same room as the first one again, except now we're coming through this way. Before we were going up, now we're going this way. Again, I don't think there is a skip that can let you go in one way and out the other, because of the extra blocks that just block you from going in the wrong orientation. It would have been cool though. But yeah, we now officially reached the end of the map. Those little tubes on the side are cool, because you can go down one and you come back up the other. It's actually not death, you just go around. Yeah, that's 3 maps down. And now, Loopy Lagoon. An absolute banger map, with a banger soundtrack. It just sounds so fun. It's like perfect for a beginner track. Just a chill soundtrack to vibe to as you jump around on these cereal blocks. This is genuinely one of the most fun maps in the entire lobby. Easy S tier. So cool. Like, and for a modded entity, it's actually really interesting. But again, it still feels familiar. Like the way they bounce up and down is pretty similar to clouds, except you grab them. And the way you bounce off them is like bumpers. So even though it's not like anything you've seen, the muscle memory you have from the base game still works on them, which is just so good and such great design by whoever made this. Which I could find out by just opening SJ, but I'm really not bothered to right now, but just know that whoever made it, good job, I'm proud of you. As a very distinguished mapper myself, who has made many bangers, such as Funny Map 1, which is just something I randomly made in LON one day because I was bored, I think I definitely have the right to be judging mappers like this, who have made these small creators who are part of Strawberry Jam. So yeah, it's very good for them to have this thing from a legendary creator like me. A bit more seriously though, this map is just so cool. Even this room, it's like the way, like the overlapping paths, but without making it seem like there is that much complicated. Oh, I can't speak. What I meant to say was, there's overlapping paths, but without making it seem confusing to any player. That was a lag spike, but it's fine. Don't question it. I don't know why I lagged, but my computer does that sometimes. Yeah, for the record, I am just playing on a laptop. I don't have like a good computer. I have a HP Omnibook. It used to be like a Lenovo laptop, and then that broke. So now I'm on this. But yeah, just a random thing. So don't let anyone say you have to have this really cool PC to be able to play games. Especially Celeste does not need that much. As long as you have a keyboard that can like tap properly, you're completely fine, even at high level maps, like harmless things. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you need a really cool laptop to be good at this game. Unless you want to use it as an excuse for why you're bad, in which case, go ahead. Whenever I die, it's always my laptop's fault. Anyway, this next map is Paint, which is one of the most peak levels ever created in this game. I know it's a common opinion, a lot of people really like it, but that's just because it is so good. It's not overrated if it is just that good. Especially for when it came out. Like, there's a lot of new maps that do have art like this, but for when SJ came out, this was just so next level. This was so amazing. Custom assets for literally everything, very well made atmosphere, the music, the characters in the background, the animation, everything in this is just so well made. So many secret rooms everywhere. Every time I replay it, I find something new. I recently, about a month ago, I was just playing on CelesteNet with a few people on Discord, and we were just playing through this, and we found this cool room with like some wind currents you could like fly up and down on. We found a room with some like confetti things that activated whenever you went over. And there's just so many cool things in this map. And again, you don't get to see a lot of it every time. I mean, on your first run, you can't deal with it. There's so many areas that you have to pick a path. It can only go one of two different ways. This map is just so amazing. For just a random map in beginner, it has so much to it. Which is why it's probably one of my favorite maps ever. And the fact that it's in beginner is so good as well. That someone who just finished the base game, or even just finished chapter 7, could easily just hop on SJ and experience something like this. In a lot of games, a lot of the really cool mods or really cool things are made for more difficult maps, or things that are harder and require more experience to play. That's not the case here. Here, anyone can experience this, and I think that's just great. That's why SJ has, and probably always will be, one of my favorite mods. Even though there are really cool standalones that are great, just what SJ did for the Celeste community and the modding community, and just everyone, is just really cool. I'd say SJ contributed so much to Celeste's popularity. The amount of new streamers and new people it brought to the game is just, yeah, it's a big number. And I think SJ really deserves a special place in Celeste history because of it, which it does, and does have that, which is cool. Anyway, yap session aside, time for, I don't know, more yap session. Oh, this room is so sick. I like the lights block the projectiles, like using the fact that it actually has an extra hitbox as part of the gameplay, which is just really cool. Also slopes, the slopes are sick. Anyway, here we go, we're nearly done the map. This is about the 2/3 mark. And it's got its own story. This map has its own cutscene where you drive or ride on a bus. And it's got its own summit flags, and the music has progression. I just can't stop yapping about how good this map is. I could make a whole video essay on why paint is like actually pretty cool. I'd probably call it something like that because I have no creativity and like words better than pretty cool. I mean, I know a few good words, but not many. And I don't use them properly, I just use them to sound smart. Anyway, this was like my second time on this section, so I do take it a lot slower here, because I'm kind of just analyzing what to do before I actually do it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the perfect cycle. I go, yep, down, yes, yes, you got it, yep, nice. So again, this takes me way too long to analyze what I have to do. I get up here, and how long do I wait? Do I wait for like 3 different cycles? Do I go now, surely? Oh, I do. Okay, nice. Didn't take that long. It was a different attempt that I took actually eons to go there. Here as well, and want to make sure I don't mess up. It's a really long map. So like this golden is about similar difficulty to 3A probably, because it's about that long. Normally SJ maps are short, but this one isn't, which is completely fine. I mean, I think it's amazing. It's still a great map, and just the storyline makes it feel like it's not necessarily long, it's just a full map in its own right. And after that, GG, we make it to the end after this cool cutscene, and collect the heart. I do skip the cutscene because I've already seen it, but it's really cool just what they do here about taking breaks being really useful, which is so true, even for people at a higher level, like me playing Summer right now. I needed that. I did not nearly die in that first room, by the way. But going back to that story of paint, having those breaks when you're doing anything, even if it's not Celeste, just anything that you're getting annoyed at, taking a break is just so useful. Something I learned a while ago, and it's helped me so much. Okay, onto the actual map at hand, Cassette Cliffs. This map is just really sick though. Paint is like the very well-known, highly rated, everyone loves it map. This one's my personal pick though. The music's such a vibe, especially in the rooms where it goes fast. And it's, again, so cool. I love the way they add modern mechanics that are so new, but also understandable, like zippers that are also cassette blocks, or swap blocks that are also cassette blocks, or anything that's also a cassette block, where it's so easy to understand what it's meant to do. unlike Gift from the Stars, which I think I talked about in the last video why I don't like that. But yeah, so many of the maps in Beginner Lobby are very well made, and this is one of them. I believe I do a bit of a skip here. Normally, oh, not here, in the next room. Normally I'm meant to go up quite a bit, then left and right and left and right, and keep going up to get a key, which you can use to unlock the door at the bottom. However, you don't actually have to do every room. So here you're going up, and what you're meant to do is go to the right. Alternatively, you can just go to there. Well, not like that. You can try it again. And actually hit the wall bounce. Or not. I said actually hit the wall bounce. Then wait for that. And easy skip. And the room you skip is actually kind of hard. Well, not hard, but just inconsistent. It does have some bits that are pretty confusing and weird, so it's a good room to skip. You get the key, make it back down here. Underwater room, which is kind of cool. Doesn't really do much, but it adds to the atmosphere. And it's a beginner map. Not every room has to be really hard gameplay. Anyway, I think we're nearly at the end of this map now. I think this is one of the last rooms, and it's a really cool one. Music goes really well when it's at this speed. Like, I would just vibe to this for so long. Again, don't question why. I think I messed something up there, which I didn't trust it, so I decided to go back. Attempt to. Yeah, this song is on like my bangers Spotify playlist I just listen to every now and then. So calming, while also being like not upbeat, but I don't know how to explain it. It's a fun song, so chill, and it just matches the vibe here so well. Here's the name, Clifftop Bop, and this is indeed a bop. You can see me trying to bop there, but the music stopped, so I'm just gonna get the heart and be done with it. But come on, should have let the music continue. It would have been so fun. Anyway, last map, once again with banger music. That seems apparently Mario inspired. As someone who played Mario a bit a while ago, it's really cool. I mean, even these roses are somewhat inspired by that. But again, really cool map with a modded but understandable mechanic. It's like a jelly, but also you can just go nyum. And that's really fun. Going nyum really easily is really fun for beginner players. Because they want to be able to feel cool and do stuff like nyum. And then, like later on, float down a bit, and then nyum. And like, it's easy to do, but it feels cool. Any mechanic that increases your movement, that gives you more options without feeling overbearing. They're the kind of mechanics that are really cool. Especially for people who are new to the modded community, new to modern mechanics. Things that don't feel too complex, but let you do new things, or let you go fast, is really cool. That's why Forest Rush is like the best advanced level. Because it lets these advanced players go nyum without knowing how to ultra. So, yeah, this map is really cool. It even has the indicators there, which are pretty obvious to show you where to throw the jelly. Or the rose, the flower, the thingy. Yeah, probably a rose, given the title of the map is Rose Garden. But yeah, I feel like this should be a green, not a yellow. But again, it is beginner, so what's the difference? It's fine. But yeah, it's a great map, really cool. As are most of the ones in beginner, except for a Gift to the Stars. I'm never gonna like let that get away with it. If I ever say something that Gift of the Stars is a good map, it's not me. It's like a fake recording. It's like a cry for help. Like, I would never support Gift of the Stars. Also, banger room here. Nyum, 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 nyum. Yay! Hard Ultra. Perfect adding to the map. That was so much fun. But anyway, that's it. GG, well played. That's 7 more maps done. And yeah, bye!